Hey guys, Chicky the Main, aka DeBud.com, with a video forecast update. This forecast update brought to you by Dave Workman's Strike Zone Fishing. Set your hooks in the strike zone and visit them at strike-zonefishing.com. This forecast update effective around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on August 30th. Going to show you a couple of things we're watching, guys, over the next 24 to 48 hours. Nothing to get excited about as models show no development. But however, rule of thumb is during hurricane season, we always watch the tail ends of fronts or along stalled fronts for an area of low pressure to spin up. We've got this upper level low feature that is still hanging in here over South Florida. Got a little bit of convection firing up with it. But as you guys know, it's very rare for an upper level low feature to spin down to the surface and convert into something tropical in nature. We do have a front that is dropping down in here towards North Florida. This front is forecast to stall, and you can see there's some convection firing up east of the Georgia coast. The other thing we're going to be watching is we've got a tropical wave that is moving through Puerto Rico, and as you can see, there's a little bit of cyclonic flow with a little bit of convection firing up. So we're going to be watching these three features in here. Hopefully, maybe they can all combine and we get something to develop homegrown in nature. That's our only hope in the immediate forecast that could break the small for all for the East Florida coast or the Southeast region. Switching you over to the water vapor imagery, and as you can see, we've got it well defined, an upper level low that's spinning over here off South Florida, the front dropping in here towards North Florida, and again, a little bit of cyclonic flow in here north of Puerto Rico. So that's what we're going to be watching close to home. Switching you out here towards the central Atlantic, our next feature that was looking promising several days ago has just completely fallen apart. No convection associated with it in a unfriendly environment. This does not look like it's going to develop or have a chance. It's going to continue to move off towards the west over the next several days, and models are not showing this developing. Switching you over to the water vapor imagery of that tropical wave, and as you can see, it has moved into the last patch of dry air that's out here towards the central Atlantic. Wind shear's running about 30 to 40 knots, again unfavorable for development. Taking a look at the wind shear analysis, and as you can see, east of Florida, wind shear has become a little bit more favorable, so that's one of the reasons why we're going to focus in on that over the next 24 to 48 hours. But out here towards the central Atlantic, you can see wind shears running in the 30 to 40 knot range and is unfavorable for any tropical development. Moving you out now towards the eastern Atlantic and off the West African coast. As you can see, there is a couple of spots of convection in here. There's a tropical wave moving off the West African coast. I believe the National Hurricane Center was giving this about a 30% chance of development, but this looks to move off towards the west over the next couple of days and then turn off towards the northwest and remain out here in the open Atlantic. Does not look to be a threat for the islands or even get anywhere close. The only thing that we can say is the Canadian model. This is going to be the true test of the season now to see if the Canadian model is up to its old tricks. The Canadian model wants to develop a tropical storm or hurricane out of this batch in here as it moves off towards the west. Again, if you guys follow our forecast, you know that the Canadian model historically has a characteristic of wanting to take a tropical wave and just blow it up into a hurricane. So we're going to be watching this as well, but nothing looking promising, guys. And again, this looks to be the slowest start to a hurricane season on record. That's it for now, guys. Stay tuned for the next update.